Mike's Daily Podcast.
Episode 1295. Just 5 away from 1300, 1300. So excited that I am talking like this like I'm not. It's Mike Matthews broadcasting from Cafe Anyway, located somewhere in Podcaster Valleymont, where the sun is up. I'm recording this as the sun is up. Oh, how cheery.
Mike's Daily Podcast.
And according to my Google weather, no rain for the foreseeable future.
Mike's Daily Podcast.
And that gives us some time to dry out after all that wet. Chely Shoehart, Floyd the Floorman, John Deere the engineer will get into the cafe anyway and we'll chat. We'll also get to a news segment. How about that? We're going to do that. And we'll talk about
Mike's Daily Podcast.
the really big day that is today, that if you are a woman, you will be so happy about.
Mike's
And that's
Daily
pretty much it.
Podcast.
It's going to be a short one because the fit hit the shan this morning at my job. We have a computer that runs everything, and it went down, my friend. It wasn't good. Not to mention, I got up this morning and I had the worst hair. It took me forever to comb my hair. Ha ha, that's a joke, I'm bald. I went to a wonderful party last night where people were at, and they were talking and having a good time, except for you. You were acting like it was the end of the world. And there was some people from Massachusetts telling me about how cold it is there and about how once you get frostbite once, whenever it gets the slightly bit cold, you still feel the pain. You still get the... I was talking to a very young man about that. He apparently had some drug issues at one time and had been out in the cold and didn't realize that he got frostbite on his feet. They were able to save his feet, but he still gets a lot of pain in the cold. So I should not complain about the weather in California, in the Bay Area, in Podcaster Valley, because it does not matter. We all need a little bit of rain to make a little sunshine, and that's how it works.
That's not how it works.
No, that is how it works.
That's not how any of this works.
Well, then I don't know. Oh!
They're here.
Yes! Look who's here. Now.
Hello, Mike Matthews. It's Chely Shoehart, gift shop supervisor. Oh my god, I went on a date again last night with Bob.
You did? How was that?
Bob is great. Bob is gentle and kind, and he loves me.
Just like Ben Affleck loves Jennifer Garner, apparently they've called off the divorce. It must have been all those Capital One commercials she did. He was watching the commercials going, oh man, that's good. I gotta get back with her. And she saw him do a horrible Batman and go, oh my god, he's a great actor. I gotta get back with him. And thus, the romance resumed. So nice.
Mike Matthews, that's not how this works. That's not how any of this works.
Look who else just walked in. Oh, Mike, this is Floyd the Floorman! And this is John Deere, the engineer, Mike. The way it works is when the computer goes down, everything goes to pot. Mm-hmm. And the fit hits the shan. Yes, I'm not familiar with that expression, but that sounds about right. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Okay. What are you doing? What? Nothing. Ah! That was scary what you just did, John Deere. What the... Well, let's move on. If you'd like to call the station that we have here, we've got a station that broadcasts the podcast, the Mike's Daily Podcast. All you got to do is call 336-MM-DAILY. That's 336-MM-DAILY. Hey, and I got an email. Oh, let's bring you the segment Emails from Email.
Oh, my God.
Email from email. And your calm and not so calm mess.
Yes, monsieur. I did get an email from a guy named Joe Garcia. He said, hello, my name is Joe. That's already a poem. The guy's a poet, and he didn't know it. He said, I play guitar and sing. Do you have any open dates? And that's all he sent. Well, Joe, I don't know if you listened to the show. And there I did a little poem myself. But if you do, please send me some music. Send me a link to your SoundCloud or your Bandcamp or your... what's the other one? The Revolution Music. There's all kinds of... I can't think of the other one. You know what I'm saying. That one. So send me a link to all those that you have. Or if you got a Dropbox or something. Love to hear your stuff. And then I'll chat with you. That's how it works. We haven't done an interview since Kaylee B. Swaggin. She was great. Okay, I think I wanted to just tell you the podcast website, MIKEs-DAILY-PODCAST.com. It's got a link to Amazon. Shop, connect, and enjoy, it says. Help support the show by clicking on that bookmark and bookmark the page, is what I'm saying. And when you use Amazon, go through the link at MIKEs-DAILY-PODCAST.com, and it helps us out tremendously. Also, if you like the show a lot, you can become a Mike's Daily Podcaster and support the show through PayPal. You'll get a personalized MP3 for thee from all the Cafe Anyway characters. And check out all the tweets and the Facebook, and all the links are at Mike's Daily Podcast.
And here's today's podcast picture.
.com. I don't know what the picture is. I'll tell you at the end. Let's get to the segment now.
Matthew's News.
And now we return you to our regularly scheduled program with Mike Matthews.
Ah, yes. I love this news segment. Okay, what would happen in a world where women didn't exist? That's what people around the globe today will attempt to demonstrate by taking part in one of the largest ever International Women's Day protests. A day without a woman, also deemed the Woman's Strike, encourages participants to skip work or school and avoid purchasing anything in stores or online to show just how critical a role women play in society, according to NBC News. And Mary Emily O'Hara, who wrote this article just now, so she's breaking the rule. She's actually working today. No, she probably wrote this. It says 4 hours ago. The protest, coordinated in part of the same leaders of the January 21st Women's March on Washington, aims to illustrate, quote, the economic power and significance that women have on the U.S. and global economies. More than 50 countries around the globe have events scheduled, including in Hong Kong, Bosnia, and Guatemala. And according to a Facebook event page for the International Women's Strike, on a local level, nearly 400 separate rallies and marches are planned in cities and towns around the world. Are men allowed to protest along with them? Here are the main themes driving a day without a woman. Teachers and students will walk out. LGBTQ and gender strikes. The Trump factor. The value of labor, and the National Women's Law Center, which advocates for equal pay and conducts research into the wage gap, announced in a blog post that it would be closing its office Wednesday to allow employers to participate in the strike. As we go outside a cafe anyway, where we bring you Mike's Daily Podcast somewhere in Podcastro Valley. Next show, maybe we'll have a little more time. But this is probably the shortest one I've done in a long time, so that's what we have. Next show will be Benita, the Disgruntled Fiddle Player, and the Brewmaster. Enjoy your day. Hey, drop me an email, mikesdailypodcast@gmail.com. That's what Ariel's going to tell you again right now.
Mike's Daily Podcast is written and produced and performed by Mike Matthews. His podcast is super easy to find. Download or listen to his show and read his blog at mikesdailypodcast.com. Email Mike now at mikesdailypodcast@gmail.com. See you tomorrow. Bye!
It's a picture with Basil in the podcast picture.